everyone, it's Sita Alvarez Vanity, aka Cute in My Embrace, here today. I want to talk about something that is a tough subject for a lot of people, and even more so for people who've gone through it. And I figured that this month is the best month to do it, since what I'm wanting to talk about is my rape, and this month is all about sexual abuse awareness. And I figure that getting it out there will not only help me heal and process what happened to me, but I'll be able to help someone out there who's going through the same thing, who's gone through the same thing, and is still having troubles. I'm going to apologize in advance, as I'm going to figure that I'm going to pause a lot and say and possibly some other things multiple different times throughout the whole entire video. That's possibly going to make this video fairly long. It's a really tough subject for me to talk about, as it still affects me to this day in so many different ways. And as I said, I'm hoping that getting this out there and talking about it, even if I'm not talking about it with someone, maybe someone listening to, watching this video, maybe it'll help them. And if anyone needs to reach out, I'm always here. And if anyone's going through something like this or anything like this, please reach out and get help. Call the police if you need to. Talk to a parent, a guardian, someone that can help you. Please. Okay, now that that's out of the way. I was 8. My rapist was 15 and was a friend of my older brother's. He was staying with us because his mom had gotten tired of his shit. Sorry, I am possibly going to be cussing and stuff throughout this video, so I'm sorry. But yeah, he was staying with us. I don't remember what he did to get kicked out of his house to have to stay with us, but he was staying with us. He was basically a live-in babysitter for when my mom had to go to work at night. So my mom kind of used it that way. She didn't know what was going on, not until a actual daycare told her, which we'll get to that in a little bit. He started out with just watching porn and jacking off in front of me a lot, apparently. I don't remember this, but it's what my mom told me. He had even racked up a really big bill because we were on dial-up at the time on a lot of porn sites, and luckily my mom didn't have to pay it because we were going through a court case for it. But yeah, he liked to jack. I started off with him just jacking off in front of me and all that stuff. He did it a lot when I was sick, apparently, and staying home on the couch watching TV or whatever. Then it escalated. I don't know how often it happened or anything like that. it escalated to him bringing me into my younger brother in my room. And put me on my younger brother's bed, jacked off into his sheets, and penetrated vaginally. Um, that's the first time that I remember it happening. I don't remember it happening twice. Second time, it was in the living room. Power had gone off. My mom was back in her room talking on the phone. She had apparently passed out at some point without blowing her candle out, so we thought she was up. But he had pushed me over the arm of the couch into a doggy position, jacked off into something. I don't know what, but he jacked off into something and again penetrated me vaginally. He made my younger brother watch. After it happened, I went to go to my mom because I wanted to be comforted. Because it didn't feel good. And I felt dirty. And I wanted someone to tell me that it was okay. But as I went to my mom's room, he stopped me and told me that if I told anyone, he was going to kill me and my whole family. My younger brother, my sister, my older brother, which honestly I didn't really care about my older brother, but I wouldn't want him dead, you know? Apparently, as this was going on at home, as I said, my mom didn't know. When I was at my daycare, I would violently act out. Apparently, I was talking about it. I don't remember that, but I remember violently acting out. Got in a lot of trouble at that daycare. Not only was I acting out a lot, but I kind of just went inside. I I was scared. I didn't talk much anymore, unless apparently it was about the rape. Um, about what was happening. My daycare said I was bragging about it, I guess. I don't know. I do remember her pulling me aside at the end of one day and got me to tell her what was going on. And after my mom picked me and my younger brother up, me and my younger brother sat in the car while the daycare lady had told my mom what I told her. I was so scared when my mom came back in. I was bawling my eyes out because I thought she'd be mad at me because I did something wrong. She tried to tell me that I didn't do anything, but I didn't believe her. She had driven us to her friend's house that was in the area and called the cops to ask what she needs to do. They told her that she needs to take us to a friend's house, and go back to the trailer, which in turn she said that she didn't want to go back at all. But they told her that she needs to go back and pretend like nothing's wrong, say that we're staying at a friend's house, and to grab necessary things like clothes, um, toothpaste, toothbrushes, hairbrushes, and stuff like that, just necessary stuff. Um, within like within weeks or months, I don't really remember. I was recruiting days. I don't really remember. I remember having to go to the doctor and getting tested for penetration and all that. Positive as it came out. I wasn't lying. And then I had to do I had to talk to some officers. Sorry. Um, I had to talk to some officers, and I'm gonna turn down my volume. And I couldn't even talk to any of the male officers because they made me so uncomfortable and scared. So when they brought in a female investigator, I guess is what she was called, I I told her everything, um, positions, the color of what cum was, um, everything. The cop that was watching the investigation and my mom couldn't even watch the whole interrogation or whatever the interview. They had to leave the room they were in because they needed to puke. My mom, mainly because she felt so responsible for letting an evil monster into her house and to be able to touch her baby girl like that. And I guess the cop was just so disgusted that an 8-year-old knew all that stuff. We had a court date, but we didn't even make it into the courtroom because he had admitted to what he did because he knew he got caught. And even to this day, because he was only 15, he only had to go to juvie. So to this day, I wish I was able to wait a couple more months until he was 16 because they said that if it was only if he was 16, he would have been put in actual jail instead of just juvie. His bond would have been so much higher and all that. A lot of his friends that were friends with my sister that knew me, said that I had deserved it, only because they didn't know that it was me. When they found out it was me, they were pissed. They would go to his house and beat him up, or at least try to. Not because he was strong, but because he wouldn't come outside his house. Um, Even to this day, my older brother says that I'm lying about the rape, that I'm lying about what happened. It's whatever, I guess. Um, I have a lot of mental issues because of what happened. I have severe depression and major anxiety. So, because of the depression, at the age of 12, I tried to kill myself. Um, Obviously, that was sorted because my sister and her friend had walked in on the attempt. Um, Around 15, I tried to do it again. Couldn't do it. I tried cutting my wrist that time. 12, I tried to suffocate. 18 was another cutting incident that went wrong. I'm not saying that any of this that anyone should do. However, you should get help. And that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm going through therapy. I am trying my best to be the mom that my daughter deserves. And I hope she never has to go through anything like this. Because no one, no matter how old they are, should have to feel the way I do. Since the age of 8, I've hated my body. It only got worse when at the age of 10 or 11, I got boobs. It was really hard to find clothes in female sections at the age of 11 or 12 that hide boobs, especially double D's. Yeah, I literally went from flat chest to bam for the course of a night. I have very bad body image issues. A very extremely low self-esteem. And no matter what I do or what people say, it's not gonna change from what I'm freaking seeing. I've had so many people telling me I'm gorgeous and pretty and all these good things that any female wants to hear, but it doesn't do anything for me. So, um, I hope that anyone who's going through this or has been through this and still needs someone that will listen knows that I'm here. I may be dealing with my own stuff now, but I'm always willing to listen. Um, and if you're going through depression and having suicidal thoughts, please get help. Whether it means you go through counseling or call the suicide hotline, but please help. Talk to someone. I wish I had a lot sooner, because maybe I wouldn't be so bad now. I would be in a lot better place for my daughter, instead of just recently after having her after 2 years, trying to get some help so that I'm better, that I can actually be there for her. It hurts that the way I feel about myself has me pushing her away. And I know it's not making things easier for her, and it's not making it easier for me either. Okay, I'm gonna end this video now. But yeah, I hope that everyone has a blessed day and that their energies and their thoughts are happy and healthy, and that they're happy with who they are. I hope your day, all of your day, is what you're wanting out of it.